Hello beginner dragons, this is Mr. Van. Today is going to be the start of the 10th week, which means that we are going to review today, and on Thursday it will be stripe test, which means you have to wear your full uniform and be ready for your form and your I don't want any trouble, both of which are going to be reviewed today because this is our review day. Also, you must know your physical and mental goals, which is focus and respect. You must know that for stripe test as well. For stripe test, again, same thing as we have always been doing. Well, for this, we are doing a photo or a video of you guys doing your form and I don't want any trouble and using the hashtag MAKBCovid-19 so that we can actually give you your stripes and your class credits so that you guys can graduate to your next belt level. So now that we talked about that, we first have to start off with our warm-up. So let's start with telling you guys what the warm-up actually is. So first, our warm-up is going to be a part of our I don't want any trouble, and then, not our I don't want any trouble, part of our form, and then we are going to do a burpee. I'm not quite sure if I told you guys how to do a burpee yet, but here's just a rundown of how to do a burpee before I tell you to do something you guys don't know how to do. So I'm going to do it sideways so you can see what I'm actually doing with my body. First, you guys are going to jump as high as you can. So jump at a reasonable height. You want to work out your legs while also working up your jump height so that you guys can actually do the jump kicks in the future that is required of you guys, as well as kicking very strong with your legs as a self-defense mechanism if you guys have to be in that situation. So you're going to push off your legs as high as you can, as hard as you can, using all that strength and muscle in your legs. After that, you guys go down into a push-up position so that you guys know how to do a push-up. So back straight, like so, arms straight, your back and legs are in a parallel line. If you guys are not capable of doing it on your toes yet, your knees are perfectly fine as well. And then you do one push-up and get back up, and that's one burpee. So we're going to do the first section of our form, which is back fist, twist and punch, 2 front kicks, low, high, and then we are going to do one burpee. That is going to be 1 repetition, and then we are going to do 5 repetitions, and then we are going to move on, and then come back to it one more time, do that one more set, and then do the next thing, 1 set as well, and then we will move on to stretching as we always do. So first, let's do that first set, which is our 5 repetitions. So I'm going to do it sideways so you guys see what I'm actually doing. I'm going to be in my guard stance, back fist, twist and punch, 2 front kicks, low, high, 1 burpee, and back up, guard stance, back fist, twist and punch, 2 front kicks, 1, 2, 1 burpee, 2. Now, as I'm doing this, I want you guys to talk about focus. Well, listen to me talk about focus. So, focus, as you guys know by now, is paying attention while not forgetting about the surrounding things around us. So, what we've been talking about the couple weeks is things of how to focus, such as paying attention to your mom while she's calling you, and also paying attention to the class you're doing as you guys are doing it. So you have to pay attention to one thing, but not forget about the rest. Just like I was counting while I was also talking to you guys, teaching you guys how to do a burpee and how to do the actual set. Now, we just did our first set. Now we will move on to our second set of whatever we're gonna do. So, you guys don't know what we're gonna do yet, but I will tell you now. we are going to do a first section of our I don't want trouble. So that's high block punch, front kick, back. So that's just one. And then we are going to do a crunch. So I've been showing you guys how to do a sit-up, which is with our feet down. Now I want you guys to do a crunch. A crunch incorporates our whole lower half of our body as well as our core. So it develops our core and our hamstrings, glutes, quads, things like that, to also work out our core. So if you guys don't know how to do a crunch, you are going to sit on our butt just like we would do in our sit-ups, but this time you would lift your legs off the ground with our back almost touching the ground, but not quite, and then sitting up while putting our legs towards our chest. So one full crunch would be like this. And then you would do that 5 times for every high block punch front kick that you do. So we are going to do that 5 times. So in total, 25 crunches and 5 high block punch front kicks. So let's begin. As I'm doing this, I want to talk about respect as well. So respect is how you treat others and how you want to be treated. So, I'm saying so a lot, but that's the only word I know. So, as you guys know, I was taking my test, and in the test, you had to respect the rules, which means you had to follow them. So, as you guys grow up, you learn that respect doesn't always mean treat them nicely. Respect also means follow them. So, respect the rules means don't break them. Don't break the rules, just like in real life. If I want to respect you, I don't want to break your leg or break your neck or something like that. I have to treat you just like you would want to treat me. Respecting the rules is kind of the same way. If you want to get those rules down, if you want to get the highest score that you can on that test, you have to respect the rules. You have to not break them. Because if you don't follow those rules, led by the instructor or the teacher or whoever, they don't respect your score. That they don't respect your knowledge, meaning they don't care what you know. They're just going to give you a 0, which isn't very good. But again, you treated the rules very bad, so they're going to treat how you did very bad as well. So we're going to do this 2 more times after these crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now this is going to be our 4th one. High block punch, front kick, 5 crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you saw when I did my crunches, and what you're going to see again is when I'm doing these crunches, I'm not pulling on my shorts, my legs. I'm not pulling in like this. That's a completely different exercise, because that's also working out your arms, because you're trying to pull in. I don't want you to do that. I want to just have your sole purpose on your core and your legs. So if you do this, you're having just your arms try and pull everything in. You want to use your core, so number 1, you strengthen it, and number 2, so that you have that strength in your core to pull in that muscles in your legs and tighten up, so that if you were to get hit, you wouldn't get hurt. So just your legs and your core. If I were to grab on, or if I were to try and yank it with the air, I'm going to put in some momentum with my body and pull in using the energy that I generate while pushing forward. So just put them to the side, put them up, anything to make sure that you aren't grabbing on and using your arm muscles to generate some energy and pull you forward. So that is our 5th repetition. we are going to do that whole thing one more time. I'm going to try and be quiet as you guys think to yourself those physical and mental goals. So think to yourself, what do I do for focus? What do I do for respect? How do I focus in school? How do I focus on respect? How do I respect my elders or respect blah 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 or whatever I do with focus? Think about that in your head, because in focus is everything that you do in life. Focus is how you do in school. Focus is how you do in your job. Focus is how you do in karate school. Focus is how you do on your homework. It's paying attention to those little things while also remembering about everything else. You could be playing a game, you're paying attention to the game, but once your mom calls you and says, hey, little dragon, please come down and get your homework or get your food or something, you can't just tone that out. You have to remember, she's calling me, I can pause the game right now, I'll go eat or I'll go do my homework or whatever, and then I'll come back. That's focusing on that video game or that board game or that book, but also not forgetting about your mom or your homework or your lunch or something. Same thing with respect. How do I respect my parents? Oh, I listen to them when they call me. That means they listen to me when I speak to them. Or how do I respect myself? Do I treat myself very poorly? Or do I try and work things out with myself and try and get better every single time? Do I have a good self-esteem or do I have a bad one? You guys need to think about this as you guys are doing this workout. I'm going to be quiet now and shush myself while you guys do that in your head or speak it out loud to your mom or dad as we continue this warm-up. I'm going to finish this out and you guys are as well, and then we are going to move on to stretching and something of the sort. So, let's begin. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, with that burpee, finishes the set. Now we will move on to our I don't want trouble sort of warm-up while also doing that high block punch. So if you guys were just talking about focus, talk to your parents or yourself about respect. Or if you were talking about respect, talk about focus this time. Or if you guys were talking about a mixture of both, think about both again. Kind of try and balance it out. So if you talked about more respect in the beginning, talk about more focus this time. And the opposite as well, as we go into our crunches. So let's begin. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3. It's okay if you guys aren't following along. Go at your own pace. Try not to follow along with me. Go at your own pace. Challenge yourself so that you guys don't hurt yourself doing it my speed. Or you're challenging yourself by not going my speed and going even faster. Go your own speed. Respect your limits, but also don't break yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we just did our warm-up. Again, I'm gonna stretch now. Please think about respect. Please think about focus. I will add things as we're going, but please think to yourself, because this is pretest, meaning I shouldn't be telling you everything you should be doing. You guys should be thinking ahead and think, what's focus or what's respect, as I instruct you guys on how to stretch. So, let's stretch. Feet spread into a V, like this. So, as far as you can, if you guys can get all the way around, like a splits, that's awesome. Completely how far you guys want it to be. If you guys want it even farther, that's perfectly fine. If you can't go any farther, go a little in, get to that right spot where you think that this is a challenge for you. So this is a challenge for me. Now, I'm going to reach and touch as far as I can. Do it 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the middle. Now, we're going to push our hands as far as we can go. 10 seconds, and then we are going to breathe in, deep breath, back out, and then try and touch further than you guys did before. So, if you guys were just here, go a little farther than that. Or, if you guys were just right here, try and go a little farther than that. Go as far as you can. Challenge yourself. You guys don't have to go very far, but go far enough where it's a challenge. If you guys can see my legs, you can see if my toes bend inwards, I want to keep it straight. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go towards the middle. I want to keep it straight up with my toes and try and touch the floor while not being able to misdirect my toes towards any other direction. So, let's begin. Back to the middle for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that we've got it, go even further than that. So, breathe in, breathe out. As you exhale, reach even farther for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, this is a challenge for anyone who wants to do it. 10 more seconds. Try and take a deep breath again and go even further than you did that second time. So breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So slowly bring your feet together. You don't want to go too fast or else you're going to pull something, and that hurts a lot because your muscles are very relaxed at this point, very warm. But if you move yourself too fast, you might hurt yourself because you're giving your muscles too much stress before they're actually able to get back to their original positions and how to actually work again. So, if you want, you can cradle yourself in a ball, rock back and forth for a couple seconds. That allows the muscles to relax before going back to whatever they were doing before. It was something I was taught before as a red belt, I think. I forget who taught it to me, but that's always what I've been teaching. If you guys stretch, relax, so that your muscles can actually not be tensed up again, and yeah. So, I'm just sitting for a little bit. You guys can do whatever you need to actually relax them. And then I'm going to stretch my arms as I am relaxing my legs. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Behind the head, like this. Trying to go as far as you can. Pushing it down if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My legs are relaxed this time, so I'm going to stand up now, making sure I do it very slowly so I don't hurt myself as I get up. And then I'm going to do a little bit of arm circles, like so. Doing a couple of these, then the other direction, making sure I'm not going to hurt myself. Now, again, since this is pre-test, I just talked about your focus, I talked about your respect, I talked about a little section of our form and a little section of our I don't want trouble. Those first two drills in the beginning of our warm-up and stuff, those are for memorization. So that means if you do that a lot of times, your muscles remember what they did and you have that muscle memory, which means your muscles know what to do. Even without thinking about it in your head, your muscles will actually do it if you just say, hey, muscles, do this. So now that we've done that, you can do that little drill such as back fist punch, front kick, side break fall, burpees, or whatever to just remember how to do it. So do that form or whatever you need to remember, do a little exercise, and then form, exercise, form, exercise, form, exercise, and then you will be able to remember how to do it with that muscle memory instead of just trying to remember, oh, what's the next move? Same thing with your I don't want any trouble, I don't want any trouble, little exercise, I don't want any trouble, just so your muscles remember what's going on and just instinctively do it without you correcting every little detail. So now that you understand how to remember your form, we actually have to show you the form so that you guys actually remember how it goes before you try and memorize it. So this is your form. So drawing form 1, sir. You get in your guard stance, your left guard stance. Remember that toe heel line. Again, if you want to do a drill off of that, you could go guard stance, exercise, guard stance, things like that. So I'm in my guard stance right now. I'm going to do a back fist, twist and punch, vertically, 2 front kicks, 1, 2, and now we are going to do a side break fall. I'm going to do it to the side so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go back to that front view again so that it's not messing with your head. I'm just showing you guys sideways what the side break fall does because it's kind of hard when I do a side break fall this way. So once again, dragon form 1, sir, guard stance, back fist, twist and punch, front kick, making sure my toes are towards the corner. Now to the side break fall, side kick, and then I'm going to take a knee. Now I'm back to that front view, cat's paw, guard stance, touchdown, twist and punch, front punch, and then chop. So that chop is towards the neck. Don't go a little too high or too low, just right where your neck is on that opponent. So we're going to do that one more time, and then you can do some sort of drill if you want to go back to those past drills and remember how to do that. Or you can do the drill that we did in the beginning just to memorize it, just so that you guys know those details without just thinking about it. Completely up to you on how you memorize and how you do the form on your own. I'm just reviewing the form for anyone who doesn't know it. So once again, we're in our guard stance after we do dragon form 1, sir, back fist, twist and punch, 2 front kicks, 1, 2, making sure our toes to the corner. Now sideways, side break fall, like so, and then 2 side kicks, 1, 2. Now back to that front view, taking a knee, cat's paw, guard stance, touchdown, twist and punch, front punch, half a moose, chop. So that's how you do your form. Now we are going to move on to our I don't want trouble. I'm going to move forward a little bit. I'm sorry if my head is out of the way, but I just want to show that you guys actually have to do your 1-step, 2-step before your strike test, so that you guys actually do 1-step, 2-step after I don't want trouble for strike test this Thursday. So I'm going to move a little forward. I'm sorry if my head is out of the way. Yeah, so you're putting your hands up near our head. I don't want any trouble. Get in your guard stance like so. Throw that up block punch just like in our warm-up. Then we are going to do that front kick just like our warm-up. And then high block chop so that our hand above our head is our open hand, high block so that we're actually blocking with our forearm. And then chop to the neck just like our form. And then we are going to do a front kick, landing back, and then we're going to do 2 steps. So the first step, crossing over like so with our left leg over our right leg, and then taking our right leg and bringing it out from behind us, which is our 1-step, 2-step. So once again, I don't want any trouble. Guard stance, high block punch, front kick, bring it back, high block chop, front kick, bring it back, 2 steps, 1 over the top, 1 behind, Kia. Now, that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys learned something. If not, I hope you guys reviewed something that was very important to you, and use the hashtag MAKBeatsCovid-19 for class credits for today. On Thursday, stripe test, wear your full uniform, so that means our top, which is our tobak, and our pants, our karate pants obviously, and then you will have to use a video or photo of yourself doing your form and your I don't want trouble to get your stripe with the hashtag MAKBeatsCovid-19. And soon after this, we are going to do a day of graduation or days of graduation or something where we do some Zoom calls and we do some group stuff where you guys actually do something so that you guys can actually prepare to get your next belt. If you can't do the Zoom calls, that's okay. There's going to be videos for you guys, unless I was misinformed. And yeah, that's it for me.